Adrian, how you feeling, dude?
Yo, what's up, man? How you doing? Doing good. Cutting weight always sucks.
Couple days until your fight. Going through fight week. It's been a minute. How you feeling?
Feeling good, man. Itching to get back in there. I want to go in there, and man, I just want it to be Saturday, right? Like Saturday, getting to warm up and just taking like the last couple steps in that cage. Like that's all that's on my mind right now. All that's on my mind.
You had your Apex win streak snapped in your last one. We haven't seen you.
Fuck you for bringing that up, man. No, I'm just, lost to a really good guy, man.
We were saying that maybe we can see Adrian, Mr. Apex Yanez, but maybe.
Oh, damn. Fuck. Oh, shit.
Obviously, we haven't seen you since then. And what was the injury to your leg?
So I tore my meniscus, and I don't know when it tore in the fight, but I just remember like one of the first couple like sent like a shock down my leg, and it felt like my leg was bleeding for some reason. I don't know what it was. Like I think I've only had it once before, but after that moment, like I felt like I couldn't put no pressure on it, whatsoever. So I was like, I was trying to put the best poker face on, but that motherfucker just kept throwing the fucking kicks, and I'm like, damn you, Jonathan. Like, damn you. I was like, and you liked me. Like, we were friends. We shared brownies together.
and then he did that to your leg.
Yeah, no, you fucking asshole. No, it's all love, man. Man, Jonathan's a good dude, man.
Now that you've had some time to reflect on that fight, man, what were the biggest lessons that you took from it?
Honestly, I kind of had changed up my whole stance, like almost like my whole style for that fight, and I had to stay what's true to me. And like, again, like I don't know. I think best way to explain it is I just kept like my mind wasn't really in the fight. It was like kind of like it still like was kind of thinking about like again like the Miami fight, the Font fight. So it was like a kind of a little bit of a struggle going in. That was the first time even whatever loss I've had before, I'd never really thought about my last previous fight before a fight, like walking out, and I was like, fuck. So, for me, it kind of stayed there, but like in that moment, I thought I was was able to like get over it, but no, just at that moment, as soon as the first kick that landed, I was like, oh, what the fuck? And then after the second one, I was like, oh shit, something's wrong, and I was like, oh shit, but after that, honestly, like it was just a downhill battle for me. But again, like I gotta stay true to myself. I can't change for anybody. Can't change for myself, and can't change for anybody else. I gotta be true to myself. So, yeah, like it was kind of just a tough to get going as well too.
So sticking with those thoughts, now you're coming off the first 2-fight losing streak of your career. So are those thoughts still there, or is it kind of like you've cleaned it off?
I pretty much since after that injury, like I had a lot of time to sit back and kind of reflect. Man, like it again, like once I got to sit down and actually reflect, I actually started kind of getting mad at myself for letting all that kind of get to me, because again, like I've done a way better job of being able to compartmentalize a lot of stuff. But again, when you're injured, you can't really put any weight on your leg, especially after surgery, having to be on a machine for fucking 8 hours of the day, like trying to move it for you, man. Like it gets you thinking. You're fucking pissed off at the world and all that stuff. So for me, I was like, I had a lot of time to like kind of sit and think and just realize that like I did that to myself. I didn't really address it. I just moved forward thinking I was gonna be all right. But no, like being injured kind of forced me to address it. And right now, like in my mindset that I'm in right now, I'm just like, man, I'm gonna fucking kill this guy. There's nothing like, yeah, those fights those fights are in the past. This one's a new one in front of me, but I'm gonna go out there and fucking kill this guy.
And obviously, you've been a UFC darling since you've come into the promotion with all the fans behind you. Did you have any fans kind of turn their back on you and kind of start talking shit?
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, it's one of those things that's like it's been like the worst ones are the fucking the parlay guys. You fucking ruined my parlay. I was like, fuck you and your parlay, bro. I don't give a fuck. Yeah, this your dumbass for betting, bro. But that's why it's called gambling, bro. Fuck. But no, that's But again, it's also like I'd seen it done to me. I can have that reaction, close my phone and be done with it. But then I open my phone and I start seeing it done to other fighters, and I'm just like, bro, like, that guy's a good guy. Like, what the fuck are y'all doing? Like, y'all don't fucking know these people. You're talking mad shit. And I'm like, bro, bro, like, I don't know. It gets annoying, especially whenever I watch it happen to other fighters. For me, I'm like, you know, fuck it, it is what it is, you know. For me, every once in a while, on Instagram, I'll choose one fucking guy and I'll go after that motherfucker. I'll go after that one motherfucker. Everybody else, I'm just like, delete, block. So I'm like, I don't want that negativity in my life. But if I get that one motherfucker, I'm telling you. Wait, am I supposed to be cussing? My bad. I'm too relaxed right now. Like,
So then they come with you with the name Vinicius. Did you know who he was at all?
At the moment, no. Like, I honestly, the way it happened, I remember I was training. I was training over here in Vegas. While we're training, Jason pulls me over. He's like, "Hey, you got to fight." I was like, "Okay, cool." Went back to training, and I was like, I didn't really even like stop to even talk or think about it. 5 minutes later, I was like, "Wait, who am I fighting?" And then they told me Vinicius. Like, "Oh, okay." Went back to training. And 5 minutes later, I come back and like, "Who the fuck is Vinicius?" I was like, "Hey, like, didn't know who he was." But then I looked and I was like, "Oh, I've seen this guy before." Again, I'm not good with names. Not good with names. So I remember seeing his face. I was like, "Oh, okay, yeah, I know exactly who this guy is." But yeah, I was kind of like, again, like, it was one of those things. It's like, oh, he's coming up from flyweight, and I was like, oh, okay. I was like, I think we had lunch. You know the names that I was talking about too. That completely hit me out of left field whenever I got Vinicius out of the blue. So I was like, yeah. But at the same time, man, I'm glad. I got a fight. I'm glad that I got one in May. You know, I was looking for a fight to get back in there. I wanted to get back in there by the time we had that lunch. So it was like, for me, I wanted to go out there and like be in there ASAP. So I was just glad I got a name, glad I got a date, and that made everything else kind of fall into place for me.
Obviously, you've had time to study this guy now, and what do you think of the matchup?
I think it's a fantastic matchup for me. All I gotta do is like keep my base, stay technical, tactical, and just making sure that I make it a beautiful disaster for him. Like, just make sure that I hit him, and make sure that whenever I hit him that he feels it. And again, like, I can't get away from my base because I gotten away from it one too many times, and I've worked on that this whole camp, like making sure that like I got my base. Because again, for me, the way I look at this fight is, as long as I stay tight and I stay clean, like, this should be an easy dub.
Is it going to be one of those finishes where you're just going to be like,
Yeah.
you remember me now?
Honestly, I'm gonna let it feel whatever it feels in the moment, man. I don't want to be like, oh yeah, like, I'd be happy with this, like, because again, if I finish this guy, I'm not gonna be happy. Like again, like, it's one of those. For me, it's like, yeah, I was supposed to do this. I'm supposed to be doing, like, in my head, where I'm at, like, mentally, is like, I'm supposed to be doing what I like what I've done, like my first 5 fights in the UFC. I'm supposed to be doing that to everybody, you know. So for me, I'm not gonna be. I wouldn't be happy, you know. In this moment that I'm talking to you, yeah, I'm like, it might be. I don't know exactly how I'm gonna feel, but right now in this moment, I'm not gonna be happy. But who knows? I might go in there and knock him out and be like, oh, fucking shit, yeah, I knocked this motherfucker. Yeah. So I don't know. It just depends. Honestly, it just depends.
And finally, you trying to hop on that spear card?
Oh yeah, 100%. That's a once in a lifetime thing. I would 100% love to fight in the sphere. You know, I would just like to see like the aesthetics of it. You know, probably catch yourself. You know, you land a good shot, you look up at the screen, trying to be like, oh shit, and the whole screen, you just gotta look up wherever you turn. You got the fucking screen in front of you, so you're like, oh shit, damn, like, it's all around you. I think that would be a really cool experience. I'd 100% be down for that.
Thanks, man.
Hey.
You don't think you'll be distracted, like, logistically speaking, because we've been thinking about how they're going to actually pull that off, because I feel like you'd be distracted by that, right?
See, yeah, I think I would be. I think I would be, but also, too, like, I think if I hit the guy, I think the guy's going to be looking at that, too. He's like, oh, shit, like, damn, I just got hit, and, like, there's no way nobody missed this, you know? So that's the way I'm thinking about it, you know? For me, if I were to fight at the sphere, that would be one thing that I would have to try to do, is making sure that I stay focused, stay honed in, zoned in, and yeah, just let it fly, you know, just let it fly. Because again, it's gonna be really cool having a highlight reel just played all over the screens like that.
You'd have to prepare for that by, like, sparring in Best Buy with
Oh
all
yeah,
the TVs around or
100%. Yeah, you
something.
got to get all the TVs around you. Yeah.
Thank you, my man, for taking the time.
Oh yeah, no problem.
Let me circle back real quick to what you were talking about with Alex,
Okay.
the dark side of the losses,
Yeah.
of the ups and downs of the fight game. What, was there anything good that came of it? What was give me the positive of that?
Oh yeah, the positive is realizing that, like, realizing what mistakes I made. Like again, like I'm one of those guys that, like, once I get the overall view, like, of how my year was or how my fights went, I usually try to not to make the same mistake twice. And 2023, I noticed I got way too comfortable. You know, I thought I was doing all the right things, but again, it just wasn't the right things. You know, so for me, mentally preparing and also physically preparing and also like technically preparing as well too. So for me, I can't, like, I'm not letting that shit fucking happen again, you know. So I gotta go out there and, you know, perform at the highest of levels. And if I'm gonna perform at the highest levels, I gotta make sure I don't get comfortable, because you get comfortable, you stop doing everything at the highest level. You're just doing just enough to get by, and I'm not with that anymore.
Was this a part of it also because you still are a fan favorite?
Mm-hmm.
These low key like oh, this is the people's main event, and you know, like straight
Yeah.
up, like that you saw it on paper, like, man, this one right here, this weekend's fight,
Mm-hmm.
it's also one that's gonna be a potential fight of the night. But how hard is to fight that off, to be like, okay, like let me stay sharp, let me stay focused before I get sucked into that, like Yanez, the star versus the athlete, the professional fighter.
Yeah, I'm just able to try. Like, I've been able to compartmentalize a lot of that stuff. Just put it behind my head. I don't even think about it anymore. You know, again, goes back to, like, just as, like, everybody's, like, still a lot of people love me and all that stuff, fan favorite. Also in the troll aspect as well too. Like, I just see it, I turn it off. I'm able to get off and not even have to think about it. I'll just, all right, sit back and, all right, cool, just never happened. You know, again, I appreciate the love and support 100%, but again, like, you're never as good as they say you are. You're never as bad as they say you are. So again, that's the mindset I had. I'm gonna go out there and just making sure I'm tactical, and I'm making sure that I'm making it look clean.
Excellent, sir. And last for me, just for the education,
Okay.
for everybody watching, when you said away from my base, is that what you mean?
Yeah,
Or if
yeah.
you could elaborate on that.
Yeah, no, away from my base is, like, pretty much, like, I've gotten out of stance in my fights. Like, I've gotten out of stance. I let myself, like, kind of get way too loose a lot of times. Like, if you watch that fight with Font, like, I was squared up with him. Like, the finishing sequence was me being squared up. And I'm swinging from, like, way back where, trying to fucking knock him out, you know, trying to get him off me. But again, that was me, my base, my head was off placement, you know, so there was a lot of things I can look at that tactfully. And that's where I meant, like, where my base, making sure that my legs aren't underneath me.
And this feels like I'm talking with you and Dom Cruz or something.
Yeah. Yeah, we just had a conversation not too long ago. No, I'm kidding. No,
No,
kidding.
man. Thank
Yeah.
you, sir, and good luck on Saturday.
Oh, thank you.
Appreciate it.
All right, let's go. Yeah, thank y'all guys. Thank you.